Well, you look good too. Welcome to Friday Author Chat. David Wolf here with the infamous Tommy Breedlove. He's the author of Legendary. Tommy, welcome.
Hey, David Wolf, I love that I'm infamous. Today
Sorry
I am
about
infamous.
I tend to misuse that word a lot. Famous would be a better choice. So sorry about that. Infamous, I think
I don't know. People
negative.
say, how are the rich and famous doing? I say, I don't know, but the infamous and poor are doing amazing.
So we worked on your audiobook, Tommy, some months ago, and boy, I've so learned a lot about you through the writing, but I wanted to kind of dig in a little bit. You had what I'll call a transformative experience rising to the top of, I'll say, corporate life, and then something changed. What changed for you, and what led to this concept of Legendary and making it your full-time job to become the best person you could be?
So the reason we picked Legendary, it just came to us one night, and I think all of us want to aspire to build and live legendary lives, and I think that means something to each and every one of us differently. And so for me, legendary in a world of Instagram and LinkedIn and Facebook fabulousness and Twitter, I know everything. Legendary is one of those self-promotion titles we can't give to each other, and it's got to be given to us by our peers, society, community, our friends. And it's what impact, significance, and meaning did we leave in the world? No one's going to read our resume when we die. And so for me, legendary life is something I aspire to be, from finance to time to intimate relationships with my friends, family, and others, to mastering our mindsets and developing unconditional love. So it is a holistic way of living and living our best lives so we die without regret. So my transformation happened as follows, David. I was 36 years old in the corner office at the top of a firm, and came from very humble beginnings. So I was the first person to graduate college from my family, and had an interesting childhood, to say the least. But I never dealt with any of those demons, wounds, insecurities, fears from my past, and that showed up in the corporate world as the competitive guy, tough guy, powerful guy, cool guy, can't ask for help guy, and I'm just going to step on your head to win. And it got me in a corner office in the top of a building in Atlanta, and a junior partnership, and literally all the shiny cufflinks and cars and all that. But inside, I was crumbling. And when the money, the deals, the power, the other ancillary benefits that come with those things didn't fulfill me, I turned to all the dark things. And so found myself one day looking up after just probably several days of just chaotic craziness. I found myself looking up in a ditch in downtown Atlanta early morning, didn't know where my car was, half dressed, and said, look, enough is enough. And so I went on a journey to figure out who I was, where I wanted to go, and who was coming with me, and went on literally a mental, emotional, spiritual, physical, business, professional, and money transformation with mentors and coaches and readings and guidance and masterminds. I mean, if they would have told me to stand on my head and hands and put a candle in my butt, I would have done it, brother, because I was just wanting to feel and be me with my core values, my integrity and pride. And brother, here's what happened to me over the next 3 years. My financial success, my network, my relationship with my wife, my friends, my family, my self-confidence, that demon in my head that says I'm not good enough, all those started to get better and better and better and better. And I went from junior partner to senior partner to equity holder to elected to the international practice leader to owner of the firm by being a good man, a leading man, a servant man, and just living in my integrity zone. And here's how the full-time gig came about. I never planned on resigning my equity and selling the firm. Hell, I was 39 years old at the top of the game, and the rest of the people on the board, majority of them were 60s. So I didn't plan on walking away from 60% of our household income.
Understand. Yeah.
But brother, there was a bigger calling for me, and I didn't know it at the time. Yeah. And all of these managers, corporate executives, entrepreneurs, leaders, bankers, you name it, my network started reaching out to me, said, look, man, you didn't give up your ambition or drive, but there's something about you that's different. You seem at peace. You seem fulfilled. You're happy in your marriage. You're living your truth. You really don't give a damn what anybody else thinks. And how do I get that? What pill are you taking, by the way? What drug is that? Because I want to take that. And I told him it was a lot of hard work, because I had been working at that point 4 years. I mean, I was working on me probably 2.5 hours a day during the week and 4 hours during the weekend with coaches, mentors, books, you name it, man. I was just doing it.
You were immersed in this process, weren't you?
Immersed. And I loved it. I loved the way I felt. I loved the success I was having. I loved the relationships. And about the 10th one that asked me to help them through this and just give them guidance, I'm like, not only is this a career, this is a successful career. and became a full-time business mindset relationship coach. And then through working with all of these executives and entrepreneurs and managers and leaders and aspiring leaders, I realized there's a formula to self-confidence. There's a formula to better relationships with our wives and family. There's a formula to conquering our time. There's a formula to living the life of our dreams. And I saw it work in about 80 to 90% of the men that would walk through the door, and women. I was working with some women too. And and that's how the playbook Legendary came about. I'm like, let's systematize this, widgetize this, and let's get it to the masses. It doesn't have to be a corporate guy or an entrepreneur. It can be anybody can do this. And so it's a simple, fun read of how I can literally take over my time, find purpose in life, live with financial confidence, but also better relationships and unconditional self-love, self-respect, et cetera. So that's how Legendary came about. Thank you for letting me share that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you for the share. And you know, it's calling. It's more than a business. It's so much more. This is, you immersed yourself and now you're helping others completely transform themselves. We're visiting with Tommy Breedlove.
There it is.
He is the author of Legendary. Here's the cover with a foreword by Chris Tuff, who we both know, and he's a great admirer of your work. I was reading the foreword before we jumped on here live, and wow, some kind words. And you've moved a lot of people's lives, Tommy. That's got to feel absolutely phenomenal to you, right? As a part of this.
It's the most fulfilling thing when you walk into a coffee shop and you get the biggest bear hug from a guy who's been struggling with his wife for a long. He's got all the money and the title in the world, but he gives you the bear bug hug, and you're having eggs and coffee, and you're sitting there, and he's smiling and crying. There's no better feeling in life, and having a young guy who's been financially struggling his entire life to have some confidence around his money, and just people. Everybody I know that comes through my doors wants to make impact in this world and leave with meaning and significance and legacy. They want to make this world better than they found it. They just don't know how. And a lot of times money is important, and it helps us make great impact, but it won't give us that fulfilling inside. So I want to build the holistic person. So it's the most fulfilling, wonderful thing I've ever done, man.
Oh, wow. So beautiful. And your energy is glowing on this. And it has throughout the time I've worked with you. We had a chance to record you. What was the experience like recording your own audiobook for you? I think that's the first time you had done that. I know you speak to rooms all the time. This is a little different, isn't it?
Honestly, brother, David Wolf and his team at Audivita. Did I say that right? Audivita.
Yeah, you got it right. Yes, we all trip over.
You guys are you guys are angels, and so I thought reading my book would be one of the easiest things I've ever done. I would put it in the top 10 hardest, and I've been through some tough things in my life, and so
yes, it's not easy. It's right up to public speaking, I guess, at some level, isn't it? And each of us are a little bit different about it. Yeah.
You want to sound professional. We all struggle with the sound of our own voice. You get a really, really, really appreciation for voice actors and readers and professional readers and actors. You realize how novice you are very quickly. But it helps to have production and professional people like you. So I found it extremely difficult. However, when I went back and listened to the whole thing, I was, and I'm a recovering perfectionist from A to Z.
I actually learned that about you. You're striving for excellence. It might be perfectionism mixed in there a little bit, but you move to you just strive to be your best all the time. It's baked into everything, your DNA now. Back to you.
I was so happy with it though at the very end, and I've had so many of my network and friends and people I've never met saying, "Hey, I love that you read your own book and you guys make me sound good, brother." So there's people in your life who make you look and sound good. David Wolf and his team is definitely those people.
Thank you for that. And we get a lot of joy out of doing that. I mean, and sometimes I get bear hugs around this as well. So I'm so grateful that we were able to work with you. And one of the side effects of my work is that I get to meet fascinating people who are doing work to transform the planet and make it a better place. So Tommy, thanks so much for being with us. Legendary is the book, available where all fine books and audiobooks are sold. Tommy Breedlove has been joining us on Author Chat. Tommy, we'll see you next time. Thanks so much.
David, you're the man. Thank you.